3. Hey, everybody, get on out of that lecture hall. Wait, no,
Nope.
come into the lecture hall. Get out of the student union. There, she comes a-running. Look at that.
I want to be late.
A cup of student coffee in one hand, a trapper keeper with notes in the other.
Trapper keeper.
I had trapper keepers.
You find a new trapper keeper unopened now? That's worth the money.
Mm.
It is.
Mm.
Unopened. Lisa Frank from the 90s. You know that old crap? Unopened? Money.
You would know. You
I
would
would
know.
know.
Look for Mama's Cat's Treasures or whatever it's called. Get out of that student union, everybody. Climb on into the lecture hall. Get out of there. It's time for class. We're going to get into it. Days for Dummies is upon you once again. The syllabus is full. People are doing it left and right in Salem. Should they be? Are we interested in it? Let's find out.
Unless you're slow. You're just frustrated.
Unless you're Sloan. The doctor is in. Dr. Marlena always there, ready to listen to the woes of the people in Salem. Alex may never find a way to be nice to Maggie.
Well, you know.
Xander is a good man. All this and more right here. Days for Dummies, everybody.
The love of a good woman.
The love of a good woman, the fathering of a child. That's a good place to start. Xander, the good man.
Yeah.
Xander, the good man.
He doesn't want to kill anybody anymore. He doesn't want to be nefarious. He doesn't want to be mean. He doesn't want to do rude things. He just wants to be a good man who cooks.
But somebody called him last week and wanted him to kill somebody.
They sure did.
Yeah.
But he shan't do it.
He shan't. No.
He shan't.
I left that life behind, you see.
Yes.
Or
How
so
could he his daughter in the eye?
But I didn't get the opportunity. I said this last week. I didn't get an opportunity to see Bad Xander, so I kind of want to see Bad Xander.
I don't know if we're gonna get Bad Xander. I think we're gonna get caught between a rock and a hard place, Xander. Do we even know who he's been sent after yet? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Who is it? Is
And
it
they haven't told us who sent either. Who is encouraging him and who is the target?
We just know that Xander might be up to something. Somebody wants him to do something. He wants them to hurt somebody else, but we don't know who, and we don't know who. Whoa.
Yeah.
What an interesting way to get things going there. I mean, that's a lot of questions. It's actually a fun way, because instead of being like, oh, you know, like whatever the equivalent of the FBI is for Salem, I forget what they are. John works for them every once in a while. Yeah, the ASA. You know, it's different than being like, oh, the ASA has contacted me. They want me to take out EJ because he's a bad guy or something, you know? Like, it's different to be like,
yes,
he has a mission, but we don't know who gave it to him, and we don't know who it's about yet.
Not yet. I have a feeling the professor is just keeping it under her hat.
Everybody is a suspect. It's Dr. Rolf. And Dr. Rolf has asked Xander to kill, oh gosh, who would be just the most ridiculous person to assassinate? Stephanie. Dr. Rolf wants Stephanie out. What was that?
That would be ridiculous.
Trip. Hey, Trip's life is already being threatened right now by Clyde. We can't have a war on Trip's life from two fronts. No. Besides, Wendy will fiercely fight for this man.
I think Wendy's like a badass, actually.
I actually really like Wendy, you guys.
I do too.
I do.
I have nothing against them. They're just boring.
Listen, them as a couple, that's fine. Whatever. We're talking about Wendy right now. You know.
Yes.
I do. I like Wendy. I really enjoy Victoria Grace. Like, first and foremost, I enjoy Victoria Grace. Secondly, I didn't realize that she lent her voice to the Last of Us video game series, which is awesome. Like that's quite the role to have. That's awesome. Yeah. And they're making a show, I think. Isn't that the show with those two people in it? Or is that a different show?
What are you referring to? I don't.
I'm sorry.
Didn't they already start? Didn't they already do the first season of The Last
they did a show. So there's this video game called The Last of Us, which I believe is about mushroom zombies.
I was gonna say it would have to be about zombies of some kind.
Yeah. It's an
With that
HBO
title.
show. I think Pedro Pascal is in it, and what's her name from Game of Thrones? Bella Ramsey.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so
That's just her voice.
yeah. So first it's a video game, and then they made it into a show.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So first there's like 3 or 4 video games, and Victoria Grace does a voice in some of them, all of them, a few of them. I'm not sure exactly.
That can be quite lucrative.
It is.
Steve Burton did a whole mess of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Ken Schreiner actually, as well, from General Hospital, did Green Arrow voice a lot for a lot of the animated superhero stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
You don't even have to
You'd be
wash your
surprised.
hair
I think
for that
Perry
long.
Shin actually does a lot of voiceover as well.
Christopher Sean, who plays John's son Paul,
There we go.
also voices Nightwing.
Hey, perfect. That one is appropriate for this show.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks, Angela.
Matt, you have a great voice for voiceover. I wish you could find an opportunity here and there. You have a great voice for it.
So long as I continue to make friends like Remington Hoffman.
What is your dog doing, Matt? Do you see him?
He's just walking around.
Yeah,
He's just chilling. He's being a
trying
star.
to get in that bedroom.
He's
You don't even like it in there, Rock. Keep going, boy.
he wants to lay on the floor or something. I don't know.
His blankets.
No.
He's no spoiled. He's got the best life of the whole house.
Yeah. I wonder if we've been broadcasting audio this whole time. Oh, good, we have.
Oh, good.
Good.
Woo!
Well,
Wouldn't
is there
that
no
have
one
been
in the
something?
chat to tell us, hey, we can't hear you?
Taiwan sent a message before we got started, but I think everybody's getting rested up for the Super Bowl. Which is that next week?
It's next
Yeah.
week, babe.
I know, they're getting ready. They're starting to make their dips. Maybe they're
I would
watching.
hope not.
I'll be rancid by then.
That
Don't be
avocado.
that dip, it's a week old.
Well, hey Jeannie. Hey, Jeannie's here. Jeannie wants to see the
Hey,
dog.
Jeannie.
I don't know if Rocco's still in the room or not.
Oh, Rocco's laying on his blanket now.
Oh, okay. He's an old
Oh,
man.
Rock, baby. My boy. Come here, love.
He wakes up, he eats, he goes back to sleep. It's a good life. It's actually what Jude does. This is Jude's life as well.
It's
Rocco,
Jude's life as well.
Jude and
That's
Rocco.
not all Jude does. Jude also makes sure he's not getting any baby competition.
Tell you what. I said it last week, Angela. You weren't here, but I said it last week. She's my least favorite character of the entire show. Sloane is horrid. And now she don't really want that baby.
I know. Now she's mad at her baby because she
She's
can't
mad
get.
at her baby, right? It's like,
And
damn
she
it,
doesn't
baby,
want
why do you want to eat all the time?
She doesn't want that. Oh my god. Like,
Yeah.
it's the idea of giving Eric a baby was what the dream was, but the actual reality of it is like, oh god.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly.
Couldn't we have found one that was like 12 and able to like make its own sandwich?
And that other
It's been worse.
selfish woman that she hangs out with, Melinda, was telling her, well, didn't you know babies need this, babies need that?
Yeah.
I didn't think about that. But they didn't think about that bodily functions and needed to eat. And perhaps they cuddled occasionally.
Yeah.
Look,
And Melinda's watching all this and she's like, all of that I did to give you this dang baby.
Right.
No. And you're not going to ruin my life, and you're not going to ruin Leo's life, and you're not going to just ruin anybody's lives.
Yeah.
No lives will be ruined because of you, Sloane. So basically, she's going to ruin everybody's life.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're setting up here. Because she's just going to be frustrated one day. That baby's going to be screaming for 3 hours, and she's going to put the baby in Eric's arms and say, you know what? This is your kid anyway. I took her from Nicole. You guys did the hoop-de-hoo after you ate some muffins, and that's the result. And then she leaves, and we never see her again.
Wow.
you know what I would like to see happen, but they won't actually do it. But it would be comical as all get out if they did it right. I want her and Leo to take the baby to the fire station. Going to put it in the drawer. And then they have, like, at the last moment, you know, they have like this conscious. They're like, and then they can't get the drawer open to get the baby back out.
Yeah, and then they're trying to think of some way to knock on the door and make up a lie. We just wanted to see how it worked. We just wanted
to make sure we were testing it to make sure this was safe for real babies.
We thought it was a changing station.
I'm writing an episode. I'm writing an article for the lady
whistleblower.
whistleblower.
Yes.
I don't
know.
All I do know is Nicole needs her damn baby back because Salone don't even love it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
She doesn't.
She doesn't even love it.
No. That baby needs to grow up in a house with two loving parents, two loving biological parents.
Oh,
two
it had to leave
parents named
Salem, then, doesn't
Eric
it?
and Nicole.
Yeah.
Okay.
For that, it has to leave Salem.
Yeah, that's true. They're gonna have to move to like Hollywood or something. We're moving to Bold and Beautiful. That way we can actually
Go to
raise our
Seattle
kids.
and take that. Man,
I don't know anything about Bold and Beautiful. I just know that Ridge has a kid, I think, and he wears a cow shirt. That's the only thing I know about Bold. So.
Yeah, that shirt is unfortunate.
Oh, goodness. But hey, if you're interested in great stylings, you can check out places like soapoperanews.net because every week they post up the best dressed star of the week.
Yep.
And this week it was not somebody that we covered on the 10th floor.
who was it?
Somebody from Young and the Restless.
Summer?
Summer Newman.
Oh.
She actually had this
Summer,
really nice.
okay.
She had this really big like black leather trench coat thingy on that she took off and revealed like this kind of like really
Who's playing Summer
sexy
right now?
skirt crop top thing.
Who's playing Summer?
Allison Lanier.
I haven't seen her.
Yeah, I don't know who that person is.
She's not related to
She's-
our Lanier, is
Yeah,
she?
she is related to Chloe Lanier.
Oh, wow.
Chloe got Allison the job. Everybody, you heard it here first.
Does she look like her a little bit?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean, they're blonde and
That's like Sophia Mattson's sister winding up on Days of Our Lives.
yeah.
Remember her? What was her name? Like Athena or something? I don't know. It was something like that. Helen? I don't remember, but it was a lovely name for a lovely lady.
Yeah, I can't
I know that
remember
for sure.
her name.
Whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Whatever. Jeannie says
I
it's
have-
a safe haven. Safe haven is, I guess, what they have at the fireplace, the fire station.
There you go.
We're checking the safe haven. We're just making sure the safe haven is safe. You see, so give us the baby back. That's not how this works. Once you've put the baby in, it's ours. What does that mean? And Lady Whistleblower
It would just be
uncovers
ridiculous hijinks, wouldn't it?
uncovers the baby napping conspiracy underneath the fire station.
Well,
So we
if anybody was going to.
Professor, we really need you this week.
Okay.
Really need you this week because we need some. I need some history on John Black. I need,
There is none.
like, what's going on with all that?
Talk to us about this red card, okay?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, it's funny how I've seen people on Twitter talking about how Days is ripping off General Hospital with using the card for the brainwashing, but that's what they did with John back in the day. That's how the pawn was controlled. That was the trigger.
With the red card.
So, yeah.
And since I don't know how to play chess, I don't understand the correlation of the word pawn.
Well, a pawn is somebody that you use and can sacrifice.
Okay.
Basically.
Control, use, and sacrifice.
Yes.
Exactly.
They're
Okay.
expendable.
Exactly. They're very expendable. They're,
You put them on the front lines.
exactly.
But they're
and
also
in chess, they're the front is
but the key thing is, a pawn is perfectly willing to put themselves in this situation.
right.
Oh,
It's not reluctant. That's why they're the pawn.
okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So I guess he was Stefano Demera's pawn, right? Or is it Victor? No. Was it Victor's? I don't remember.
I think
'cause I
Victor
didn't
had
watch.
him first.
Yeah, see, there we go. We traded the pawn back and forth. He thought he was Roman, found out that he's not, decided he's John, then found out that his dad's name is Timothy. Like, it's been a journey for this man.
It has. And I'm glad that they're because there's still a lot of pieces that they never filled in with John. So they're not changing anything. They're just kind of telling the rest of his story.
So you're somebody that is okay with this story being told? Because I've seen other people out there being like, why bother?
Okay. would, and I understand that too, but why bother with anything on a soap?
I mean, that really is the simplest answer for
They can
anything,
really
isn't it?
never get everybody happy. Either they're complaining that the vets have no story, or
The story
this
is
is a
bad.
stupid story. Why does it matter? I mean, can't we just be happy that they're telling a story? They're not retconning anything.
Yeah.
They're staying true to the history.
And Kate's back on contract.
Yes.
So there we go. Remember that debacle from a few weeks ago, Ma, where they let Kate off of contract?
And she was the longest running contract player.
Longest running daytime actress of all time or something. Longest time.
Well, no, but longest running days.
So maybe Days of Our Lives had a little heat, a little pressure on them.
It wasn't that. It was the old guy.
Oh.
It was the old guy.
The fired guy.
Yeah.
Had done it to punish her or something. Who knows?
He was doing some power
play
that guy,
the guy that he's going to be off of the credits pretty soon. That guy.
I would imagine any day now.
Yes.
Any day now. You know what? As I watch Days of Our Lives, I try to think about, okay, I know there was a pinnacle thing that happened with him that really kind of that was it, the final straw for Mr. Albert.
It wasn't anything on screen, actually. It was
wasn't it bell leaving or
launched
something?
an investigation.
Like somebody just started to say things to people.
It was too much, right? Exactly. There was a straw that broke the camel's back. Kind of.
So it was more of a backstage thing, I believe.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, people were unhappy with the stories that he was willing to tell, ways that women were depicted. Like, I don't know, like let's talk about Ava, for example, this week. I don't understand what Ava's doing this week. I know that they were like 2 bottles of wine deep.
Yeah, I think it was just drunk, sexually frustrated. If you can't be with the one you love the one you're with, kind of thing.
It started with them being totally sober. So I just I don't, and maybe that's an example of just like, well, I'm just the slutty lady now.
They had a third bottle going, didn't they? They had a third bottle going. That's a lot.
It's too much wine, really. I'm surprised they didn't throw up on each other.
All right. Don't jostle me so much.
Don't throw me up against this door so
that
hard.
much. So how good could it have been?
Like those are bellies full of wine, man. Like,
but here's my thing too. Ava has gone years without sex.
But
because she hasn't gotten any since getting out of the nut house, and she was in the nut house for a while.
Yeah.
Before that, she hadn't gotten any because her fiance had been killed. So it's been a while for Ava. Gabby's only been in jail for a couple months, and her and Stefan used to go at it all the goddamn time.
Well, there we go.
There's a difference between boys and girls in that way sometimes.
Yeah.
Stefan just can't handle it, okay? He just can't.
Yeah, apparently.
All right. We did it every 6 hours, okay?
Yeah.
Without it, I feel like I'm not living. You don't understand. I'm not alive. I'm not alive without it, Ava.
Exactly.
I feel like...
Oh my gosh.
You don't understand.
Yeah.
She was Rafe.
So I saw him, we saw Stefan without a shirt this week, right?
Yeah. So
I was kind of surprised because I see this a lot in actors. Married folks, they de-hair themselves. This guy, no. He ain't got no wax. He don't have no depilatory. He's not doing that. Which I think, I liked it myself because he looked like his ordinary self.
You know what I mean? Gonna bother with all that.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Like, I've got a real life kid to raise. I've got a real life to live. Yeah.
And I noticed too this week that his mustache has really is really established.
He just decided he's gonna have a stash now, is what it is. He just like pop, boom. I've got a mustache because I want it. This is a style.
But every time I see a fella nowadays with a mustache like that, I can't help but think about 70s porn. I guess I'm sick. I don't know.
I think of the 80s, really. I just think of just like people with mustaches in the 80s. Yeah. Just big ol' 80s stashes. Mm-hmm. At least they didn't have the chops anymore, I was happy when the chops went away.
Yeah.
To me, chops were too much, especially when they got all like furry. You know.
Yuck.
I'm not with it. I'm not with it. I'm glad I missed that particular part of the decade. Now, when it comes down to it, some of the things like not having this seems like really appealing to me. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like living back in the day with people doing stuff in person,
No.
where you weren't
Young
afraid
adults
of
now are like,
catching
how did you
anything
guys
worse than the
even do
flu.
it? Right? You ask young adults are like, how did you guys even function? Well, we just did.
My kids think they're funny. They go, Mom, when you were alive, did they?
When you were alive. I'm not dead, kids.
When I was alive, yeah. When you were alive, did they have cable?
I did see something online hilariously recently where somebody had shared a couple of stills from an episode of Friends where the power had gone out. But Monica was on the phone and she gave it to Phoebe, and they were like trying to coordinate something on the phone, and the person who posted this going, but the power's out. How does the phone work? And I just exactly what Angela's doing, and I'm like, they don't know. They don't know because they weren't around. The landline worked when the power didn't. When the power was out,
Yeah.
they wouldn't know that.
No,
weren't
they
there.
wouldn't understand that.
Nope.
And a lot of times later on, though, like, in the 80s and stuff, 90s, landlines didn't work as well because it was typically a rechargeable phone,
Yeah,
handheld.
cordless. Yeah,
And then it would not work because of that. Not
Right.
because it couldn't.
right.
It was dead.
Which is why you always kept a corded phone in the house somewhere.
Oh, yeah. We had ours in the kitchen, and it had a cord that you could walk around.
Yes.
We could walk around. My mother could walk around the entire house with that phone, but so help us God if one of us dared to leave the kitchen with it. Don't stretch out my cord.
But she's clearing off end tables. Kids are getting capped.
Oh my God. That cord could go she could go outside and hang the washing on the line. And I mean, just
We had that.
you'd be there's no running the
too.
because you might clothesline yourself.
Yes.
We had that too with the long cord.
With the long cord.
My house had one, and my husband's house had one too, and they were both harvest gold with a long cord.
Mm-hmm.
You just take that thing, go into your room, close the door.
No.
Yes.
No.
No.
Not allowed.
No.
No,
Yes,
when I was a little kid, no, not at all. When I was a little kid, up until I was 15, actually, the phone was on top of the TV with a very short cord.
On top of the TV.
It was on top of the TV, and you couldn't be more than 4 or 5 feet away from it. And
What
it
a
was
terrible place for it.
Oh,
right there with my dad in his eyes.
Well, if somebody's
What
saying
to
use this
do?
phone, I'm going to watch him
one
use
in the
it.
kitchen, and my mom had one corded next to her bed. Like, she'd be sitting there watching TV, the phone would ring, one of us would have to go get the phone for her in the kitchen. But what was great is, and I told my kids this because it's something that they could never, ever do. So Mom used to go to bed when I was a teenager before curfew. She had 8 kids. She was tired.
Yeah.
And my friend Monica had 2 phones. My best friend had, multiple phones at her house too. So what we would do is she would, on one of the phones at her house, she would call my house. I would be at her house. And my mother would answer in her bed. And she'd go, hello, tired. And my friend would go, oh, I'm so sorry I woke you up, Miss Signor. And I'd go, Mom, I got it in the kitchen. Sorry. We were just, and she'd go, don't stay on the phone too late, girls. Good night. And she'd go back to sleep thinking that I had been home and made curfew.
That is brilliant.
It was brilliant. And I didn't mind telling my children this because it was something they could never in a million years do.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them as a way to say, listen, you will never get one over on me because this is who I was.
I've thought of it all. I've done it.
Criminal genius.
Yeah.
It's like when the punk kid becomes a teacher. You can't get anything over on that teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, exactly.
Mr. Turner, Boy Meets World. I've been there. I saw that on TV.
It's kind of why I'm disappointed that Holly can get so much over on Nicole.
I mean, she can't right now because she's a little sick.
Well, in a
but
coma,
before,
but I'm just like,
she was sparking up Jays in the Demira living room.
and
I like
In what universe does anybody not walk into that living room and go, somebody smoked pot in here
At least open a
sometime
window.
in the last month?
Right. Come on, kids. If you're going to smoke in the house, get a vape, but don't smell like that.
Get a vape, open a window, cover the furniture. Just don't do it.
Here I am giving bad ideas to.
I know,
Don't
right?
listen to us,
Thank
Jacarius.
you.
Don't listen to
Thank you
us.
for helping the children, Mom.
Just say no. Just say no, Jeannie. Just say no.
Well, what did you think of Ava? What did you think of Ava this week?
Are you mad?
I'm sad because, I love Ava and Harris, but I know it's not the end of them.
No.
Well, Vita says,
But,
poor Gabby.
it is sad. But at the same time, a girl has needs.
Does she? You were just talking about how she doesn't need needs anymore. she shut off the well for so long that it's just not going to open again.
That's not how it works.
Everything is just shut down. It just doesn't function anymore.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, Vita says poor Gabby, and that's the truth, because Gabby's probably going to be the one hurt the most out of all of this.
Well, here's what's going to kill me, though. We all know who Gabby's going to blame.
Leo.
She's going to blame Ava.
She's going to blame Ava.
Yes, of course. You
Absolutely.
seduced him.
She's going to blame Ava. Absolutely.
Even though it was, not for nothing. Ava was just sitting at her house minding her business.
And Stefan strolled in and spilled wine on himself and was like, oh, look at me and my hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And Mom was
like,
what
the hell is that boy doing there?
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I don't like that Ava did it because I want Ava and Harris, but she wasn't cheating on Harris.
No, they're on a break.
Yeah, as opposed to, Stefan, who was in fact cheating on Gabby.
And you know what? They both have now done it with somebody, right? We've both fallen into bed.
Well, yeah, but, Harris didn't do anything while in the bed.
Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. We'll find out. We'll find out later.
Yeah.
When Stephanie's
we already
pregnant.
know. I know,
right?
We don't
know because she's been with 4 people.
At least Harris is not, I know that he had that little, not a tryst with Stephanie. He was just watching out for her, actually. But Stephanie's kind of a dum-dum. She let that Everett spoon on her all night long. Gross.
Kind of a dum-dum.
A lot of dum-dum, huh?
Yeah.
I just, it's not there, folks. It's not there.
Yeah.
It's not there. It's not there between the actors. It's not there in the writing. It's just not there for any of this to have made any sense. And I'm just going to be blatant and say that. Usually I'm more candy-coated, but this just doesn't work. This is not working.
Everett needs to be bad or die, something.
Well, here's my thing. Abigail Klein is not a bad actress. And she's very beautiful. But her and Alex didn't really work. Her and Chad definitely didn't work. Her and Everett aren't working.
Mm-mm.
There's a common theme.
It just that I sincerely would love to, like, I didn't see I didn't see Alex and you both turned to look in the same direction at the same time, like you were in the same room hearing the same thing, and that was wild.
That's weird.
That was so weird to me. I'm like, what? Anyway, so I didn't see Alex and Stephanie, so I really can't comment on that. But I did see Stephanie and Chad, and I am seeing Everett and Stephanie, and they don't even have a chance to do anything good with it.
Yeah,
good actors all around should be sparking, and it's not because they are lacking talent. And I'm not even going to say that's because they lack any chemistry. They do not have good things to do with each other that would spark it's not for the actors to sink their talent into. Yeah,
characters I personally think have some chemistry, and it's not like they have a huge storyline constantly, but they do have chemistry. I like Jada and Rafe.
I love Jada and Rafe. I absolutely love Rafe and Jada. And here's the thing, it's just time. Let's get going.
Mm-hmm.
We want to know what the story is.
Yes.
And I understand drawing out the anticipation, but it's been too long. And I never say that.
Mm-hmm. You're the most patient soap watcher out there.
I am fine with things taking years, but there needs to be more.
More.
You have to have some highs without getting to the ending already.
Right.
What we need Jada and Everett to see each other. And I guess
Yeah, we do.
now that
Well,
Everett
I
and
mean-
Stephanie have slept together, and then maybe they will now.
We could also do,
Well, they
you know,
showed them on
we could
Friday
do-
hitting the boots.
Yeah. That's no fun. Angela's doing some research.
you know, they could have Jada and Everett see each other without and concoct some reason why Jada doesn't say anything to Rafe or Stephanie.
Yeah, I just don't want to bring up
Or
that chapter
that
of my life.
she
Emma.
talks to Stephanie about it without Stephanie realizing it's the same. You know what I mean?
They did
There
that
could
once
be
already,
other
didn't they?
movement in this story.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. And I'm desperate to find out what Everett's thing is.
Right. Is he just evil? Is he have multiple personalities? Is he, what is it?
So he
Yes.
shows up to talk, like this week he shows up to talk with Lucas in the room, and I'm like, what the WTF is this guy doing here? Right?
Right.
You know, and it just makes me think, okay, so then he's the one that's telling Clyde everything. Like,
There's got to
don't
be
know.
some. There's got to be something with Everett that we don't know about yet. If there isn't, why?
why
Isn't
bother?
there?
Why'd we do this? Is it just because we liked that guy when he used to play that other dude, and so we just need to figure it out?
Mm.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
Laura thinks that that it's the worst lip caterpillar ever in reference to
Oh God,
In reference to the
Stefan's
mustache.
mustache is just horrible.
Jeannie remembers a cop
Oh,
at
chick-
Salem.
wow, wow.
Jeannie remembers a cop at Salem PD who had a 70s stash. I don't really know. Must be an extra or something. I don't know. Janet says it's great to be here, and you know what, Janet? It's great that you're here. Thanks for coming.
It sure is.
Well, Jeannie loves Rafe and Jada, and I do too. And you know, I said this a couple of weeks ago. I said that I enjoyed Rafe when he's being a cop, right? And then Angela laughed at me because they don't ever solve any cases on a soap opera, right?
Ever.
But what I meant was I enjoy his cop energy, you know, when he's
Yes.
interrogating people and when he's investigating something. I think he has a lot that he brings to it. And so there's a compliment to him.
You know who he's starting to remind me of a little bit? And it was really when he was so nice to Harris about the lost key that they think led to the drugs.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Did you ever see the movie The Other Guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Michael Keaton
Yeah.
with the
He just doesn't want to listen. We're not gonna hear it. Now is not the time.
he was so encouraging as their captain. Like a cheerleader cat. And they're just like,
Yeah.
that's what he's starting to remind me of. And I love that movie. That's
Ma,
like one
if
of
you
my
haven't if
favorite.
you haven't seen The Other Guys, Dad probably
It's
has.
hysterical. It's one of my favorite, stupid,
Watch it
pointless,
again.
entertainment only movies only.
She explained a Dad
It's
movie. Stupid,
so good.
pointless, entertainment only.
Yes.
Dumb
Yeah,
movie.
that's your dad. Yeah.
It's
yeah.
entertainment for entertainment's sake.
I knew the movie was going to be great.
Give me
Spoiler
1
alert.
second, guys.
Sure.
I decimated you in
did.
Monopoly Go. You have no shields
did.
left. I told you you didn't want this war.
Kicked her butt live.
Sorry.
Kicked his butt. Kicked their butt. Is that a child that you just threatened?
Yeah, one of my daycare kids likes to come. One of my nanny kids likes to come down and play the tablet on the weekends, and he plays Monopoly Go on my iPad, and I play it on my phone.
And
And I told him to stop attacking me, and he didn't. So I decimated him. I'm like, there is no mercy.
It's what we do. It's what we do. It's a
Exactly.
lesson learned in life.
I told him.
It's a lesson. It's a lesson.
I said, you don't want this war.
So the other guys.
My granddaughter, my youngest granddaughter,
Yeah.
if she's playing any kind of game and if she starts to lose, that girl will cheat.
What is
Yeah.
it about kids and cheating? Like, maybe it's just specific to my family. I don't know, because all of my nieces and nephews would just when they start to lose, they'd be like, "Oh, the rules are this,"
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
the rules are this.
rules, yeah.
Oh,
I used to
what is
play
it?
Monopoly with my uncle, and he was always the banker and never ran out of money. It was weird.
Strangely. Is it 6 p.m. on a Thursday? Oh, okay. Well, that means that I get to go twice. You know?
Yes, yeah, right.
Oh,
Yeah,
he should get it. Your uncle should have had a job at the bistro. He'd fit right in.
yeah.
Hey, there you go. There you go. There you go. Hey,
Well,
massive
my uncle
bug.
worked for Whitey Bulger, so
I don't know who that is.
He's a gangster.
Oh.
he was a gangster. Yeah.
Making offers that nobody can refuse, huh?
Yeah, something
Goodness.
like that.
My goodness, getting in the olive oil sales. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I get it. They went to the mattresses or something.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Everett was on Tubi in a Tubi movie playing a junkie, says Vita. Ooh, junkie.
Well, maybe
huh?
he would be more entertaining that way.
Maybe he should be a junkie. Maybe he's on the junk that Clyde is selling, you know? And then once they get him off the stuff, his hair's going to stand up and his beard's going to grow out and he's going to start like writing hateful articles in the what is it? The Investigator? What's the name of their newspaper?
The Invader?
It's not The Invader. That's on General Hospital.
The Spectator.
The Spectator. That's the one.
Yeah. I get these fictitious soap opera magazines confused.
I know all these circulation things that no one reads.
Well, you know, I mean, just like the news person, you know, like you have to have the news person as part of your soap ensemble, right? You know, somebody that's gonna
Mhm.
go, I'm digging in. I'm the investigator. I'm gonna write an article and expose this because it's the right thing to do, and I'm gonna win a Pulitzer.
Well, yeah, that's what he's. Oh, everyone would like that. He called it. He actually referred to his article as the Pulitzer this week.
Mhm.
He did.
So that's what it is. He's just drunk on success, is what he wants to be.
Hey.
You know,
Yeah.
so
Yes,
do
he
whatever
wants to
he
be
can.
drunk on success, and he wants to be with Stephanie.
Everybody check Chad's coffee for fentanyl or something. You know, you
I
never
Right?
know. You never know. You
Hey.
never know. Jacarius wants to know how we feel about Chad this week, and I think that Chad has never been better since he and Stephanie have split from sharing scenes together.
I want
I
Abigail
don't
back.
remember what he did this week. I'm sorry.
You know, he was encouraging and stuff. I don't know. I didn't write it down, honestly.
Well, he was encouraging. Well, you know,
He was
evidently
encouraging to Johnny.
Everett and he are going to be best friends now.
Well, you know, didn't Johnny go to me? Hey, I want to be your best. I want you to be my best man. And he's like, don't get married. Don't bring somebody into this family, you stupid fool. You dumb. Everybody dies in this family. Don't you realize you're signing your death warrant, Johnny?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Johnny. Are they going to call him Johnny when he's 50?
yes.
Probably.
Yeah.
He's never going to be like, I'm Jonathan. Jonathan DeMira.
No.
No?
So I guess Stefan's real name is Stefano, huh?
Yes.
It's
Yeah,
Stefan,
they said his
Oh.
whole name this week.
right?
Yes, he is named after his father.
Isn't his first name
Stefano.
Stefan and his middle name is O?
No.
And his
No.
last name is
He had a middle
DeMira?
name. I don't remember what it
No.
was. But I
Stefan
remember
O. DeMira.
Stefano.
I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
And he had a twin, right?
Mm-hmm. He had a twin who Ava was engaged to.
Oh, well, that's why she wants to bone Stefan, is because he looks like the guy that she liked from before.
Identical twin.
Yeah, and
Exactly
And
like the guy.
Stefan
if you
had
drove enough-
his heart.
I didn't believe it.
Johnny's full name is John Roman DeMira. Oh, my goodness. Johnny. Who are his parents? EJ. And
Sammy.
Sammy. Okay.
Oh,
There's
Sammy
the
is
connection.
Johnny's mom?
Yeah.
I can't wait to have Sammy come back on Days of Our Lives. 'cause
Oh,
I
God,
know
we
so
need.
much about her. I can't wait to see
I
her.
saw somebody say the other day that it would make perfect sense if Sammy was paying Melinda
Oh.
to encourage
See?
to facilitate the baby switch, and I'm like, yeah, that's
right up Sammy's alley.
See, there we go. That's what would save the
and
story.
it would be
everybody.
a long time revenge that Sammy.
EJ and Sammy.
Yes, Sammy had twins, and one was Lucas's daughter, and one was EJ's son.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember us talking about on Days of Our Lives once upon a
He had
time.
twins with separate dads.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, she had sex close together.
Or at the same
Well,
time.
technically,
Perhaps.
EJ basically raped her because he
Oh,
threatened
Days of Our
to
Lives.
kill
There's so much of
Lucas.
that on this show.
He threatened to kill, he threatened Lucas if she didn't have sex with him.
Oh.
Yeah, she was in love with Lucas.
That's not a
But
story that would be written today.
no.
No.
Would not.
No.
Nope.
Mm-mm. 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 Bad news.
Yep.
So anyway, so that, yeah, okay, great. So moving on from that.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Hey, you know,
Sorry.
we do have to figure like without, this isn't criticism. This is just real conversation. We add subscribers all the time. So thank you everybody for continuing to subscribe to this channel to consume and enjoy what we have to present. But eventually, one day, maybe even another 5 years into the future, who knows how long. But one day we're gonna pass that 1,000 mark, and then you're gonna see an ad when you click on the thing. And when that happens, words like the R word will get us demonetized.
Oh,
So we'll have to come up with our own innuendo
yes.
around it.
Yeah.
But we'll figure that out when we get there. Until then, encourage everybody to subscribe to the channel. You know, you can wake up and have a chill Days of Our Lives conversation. This podcast is just like Days of Our Lives itself. You wake up, you turn it on, and you just kind of exist in it for a little while, you know?
Yeah.
Is there a point? Not really. Is it fun? Of course it is. Do you want to come
Yes.
back to see your favorite characters? Of course you do. Of course you do.
Mm-hmm. So Angela, do you want to see Harris like be with someone else and then eventually, find his Ava again?
No, I want them to get back together
Just get back
and
together.
try to work against Clyde.
In enough
I
time for
really
Clyde to
want them
kill
back
him.
together. But I mean, you didn't see the promo, so
Harris is getting shot. I know that. Harris
Harris
is
gets
getting
shot this week.
He's getting shot. So basically,
And there's
they're gonna
Ava
start.
and Harris kiss again this week.
They're gonna, oh my God, Ava,
Oh.
just get control of yourself,
And it
lady.
looks like it's before he gets shot. So
Is she on the drugs then? Is that what it is? She's on the drugs.
no.
She just can't make good choices.
No,
She
just
has
doesn't make
decision making dementia. Like just dementia only in decision making.
Well, they say, the Vitalis are not a great family.
Just
She's
saying,
just a
the
mess of a
woman
person.
was just in a psychiatric institute. We got to give her some
Surprise,
grace.
come back at
okay?
11. Tanisha Harper's on today. Don't forget.
There she is.
He says, I'll try
If we
to
don't
catch you.
float
Don't
down
try.
the river,
Be there.
California's
Yeah.
being plummeted.
I loved it when I loved Lumi. Huh?
Lucas and Sammy.
When I was a teenager, but as a woman, EJ showed up and James Scott had me in a lust fog, says Melissa.
Yeah.
A lust fog, huh?
EJ,
Is
huh?
it a fog that's just like pink? You know?
Red.
Actually,
A
my
lust fog is red.
favorite dude on the show, my favorite dude on the eye candy for me is Brady.
You like yourself
love
some
me some
Brady,
Brady.
huh? Brady Black.
He's my eye candy. I like Brady.
Brady
I like the way he looks.
Black. Oh, Melissa here with a possible correction, or the first round. The bell is rung for an epic fight. He didn't threaten to kill Lucas. He threatened to let him die because Lucas was under a beam in a snowstorm, if she recalls correctly. Bone me, or I'm not going to send the crew to go get Lucas out from underneath the collapsed building in the snowstorm. Classic Days of Our Lives soap plot, everybody. Classic. But no,
Okay.
that sort of stuff will not fly today. Absolutely not.
It was about Lucas's life, though. Okay.
It's a minor correction. I was kidding about the opening bell.
I know. I'm just saying, it was also a very long time ago, and we've discussed the, sneezed in the mouth thing.
The brain fog, yes. That didn't make it onto the air, I don't think. But yeah. Sneezed in the mouth. That's an experience you had recently. On a bus. It was an old person.
Chad does have a great butt, but I got to tell you guys, in person, I'm still blown away by how much better looking the actor who plays Xander is, Paul Telfer.
Oh, see, look at that.
I never thought he was hot until I saw him in person at
TV
Day of
hides his true beauty, everybody.
Brady's even hotter in person, y'all.
Mama was like, ooh, that Johnny.
I saw
Johnny's
Drake
very cute.
for just a few minutes at Day of Days, and then I saw him at the Emmys, and that man is charming as all get out. He really, really is. And he does that, he gives you that wink,
Mm-hmm.
and you're just like, he's just...
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry about it, Angela, because Melissa is an OG Fangela, so, there's no There's no issue here at all when it comes to remembering the specifics as to what exactly Lucas was up to 25 years ago.
Yes.
Or however long it was. I
But
mean,
what is Lucas even? He's out of jail. So what is he?
Now he's hiding in plain sight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they don't have a safe house set, so he's just going to hang out above Roman's place.
Yeah. So is he in Harris's room?
He's in Harris's room, laying low until
like
it blows
one
over.
Bed. Who's the big spoon? Do you think?
Oh, you know, like you remember those old, like you pull the bed out from underneath the bed and it pops up.
A trundle.
Yeah.
I don't think there are trundles.
Oh, no. My brother slept on one of those for a while.
Maybe there's a pillow wall. Oh, or it's like maybe we can get a scene like from Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. Where's your hand between two pillows? Not pillows.
I don't think I saw that movie. Oh my gosh, was it John
Mama
Candy's
Cat knows
butt?
what I'm talking about.
His hand was his hand in John Candy's butt? My God.
They never specified.
That was oh God.
Don't rub your face.
Chad eyes. Ooh, apparently Chad's eyes are great. Chad's butt and Chad's eyes. Vita just likes Chad is what it is.
Hey,
Vita just wants some Chad to mirror in her
Who
life.
among us?
He has beautiful eyes.
Lucas used to have so much story, says Melissa. He sent Sammy to the electric chair. I guess she survived, everybody.
She's just too mean to die, huh?
I miss successfully duplicitous Lucas. They made him soft. She laments. But I don't know. This is the only Lucas I've ever known. Jailbird.
No, we don't know Lucas.
Well, everyone mellows with age, right?
That's what it is. Is he a grandpa yet?
Yes.
Well, there we go. The theory holds true.
Wait.
Once you have grandchildren.
Hold on. Yes, because Lucas is Will's dad, and Will and Sonny have a child.
Well, there
so
you
yes,
go.
This is a grandpa.
Hey.
Lucas does not, and as a new viewer, but Lucas does not look believable as Kate's son. Maybe a few years ago he did.
Well, we've talked about this before. It's because Kate's holding it together.
He don't look.
She don't look 79 or however old she is. I might be exaggerating. I don't know how old Kate is. She might be 79.
Hold on.
Angela's gonna find out because she's the teacher.
Usually I know this one too, but
we also talked about it before, where Lucas did that transition from 30 to 40.
Yep. Allie has a kid as well. Is she 70?
She's 70. Well, there you go. Yeah. There you go. She's holding it together for 70. I don't think she looks 70.
Oh my God, she looks amazing.
So, and I look really great for my age, 58.
58. Matt.
Oh, so yeah, but the theory holds true here on the 10th Floor Podcast Network, everybody. Once you have grandchildren on a soap opera, you do calm down a little bit. You soften some. That grandkid is the special thing that you need in order to stop going on adventures and settle down in town. It happened to Roman.
It did.
It'll happen to John eventually.
Will it?
Nah. No, John Black. When Drake Hogestyn is done, John Black is going to go out in a blaze of glory. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I do like John and Marlene. I like their silliness. I like their strawberries and their true love. Salem can't have any more love in it because John and Marlene have sucked it up already.
I agree with that. It's just I also like it's the same way I feel about Patch and Kayla or Steve and Kayla. It's just I think it's it's funny. I almost imagine them encouraging their husbands, silly little they're both doctors and their husbands have the silly little PI business.
Their little PI business.
Yeah, well, keep them busy.
Yes.
We'll keep them busy.
What are you doing here, partner? What you doing out here?
It's important.
I needed to go for a walk.
Useful. Yeah.
What are they all walking around at 4 o'clock in the morning for this week? They were all walking around at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Well, John was walking around because he couldn't sleep because he's having pawn dreams. And then Marlena called Kayla, who told Steve to go get John. Yes. And like a good husband, Steve went to go get John.
Down there. And John figured that out real fast. Oh, Marlena called you, huh?
Well, yeah, he's an investigator. The only thing that he hasn't figured out is that Steve knows everything.
Yeah.
I can never, ever, ever even look at a scene of that guy again without him, without visualizing him looking over his shoulder. Hey there, baby. So funny.
Especially when he says baby on the show.
Yeah.
I hope John goes out from a natural disease and we have like a BJ Jones storyline where he is truly an impactful goodbye that affects the cancer decades after he's gone. I disagree with you, Melissa. He has to be in there trying to disarm a bomb.
I was gonna say, I think Matt would rather anyone else on the canvas die rather than John.
I don't want John Black to die, but when Drake is done, I'm
John
going to
and
respect
Rachel could be the entire show,
really
and
could.
Matt would be fine.
Like you know that show AJ and the Queen on Netflix with RuPaul? Just do it with John Black and Rachel, all right? Just do it. Just do it. Anyway.
So Rachel last week, they showed her at the town square. She's there with her mom and her dad. I just love that little actress. She's quite a little actress. Did you notice how she was she was almost eating the hot chocolate and messing with it, and she was just being so genuinely 8 years old.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I loved it.
She's going places, everybody.
Yes,
all right. This is why it's sad they got rid of the younger actor category at the Emmys this year. Is because now young Miss Rachel Black will not
Are they
be
getting
winning.
rid of that category?
Yeah, they got rid of that category this year for this coming
That's
Emmys.
it. So
no younger actor.
The last one to win it. That's it
for now until they return the category. I mean, categories come and go, so it's not like this is like some huge monumental thing that has never happened before in the history of an awards ceremony. No, they add and remove categories all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, for me,
and change the parameters of them too.
But they change the parameters, and for me, I think that they make the categories based on like what they really have awards to give out for. You know, they got rid of the guest category, brought back the guest category. They had the younger category, they got rid of the younger category, and when you look at it, under 18s on soaps are practically non-existent.
Well, that's the thing, is that there used to be, and the majority of them that they have don't get tons of juicy story.
They get filler stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. So, they don't really have, with there just being 4 soaps, basically, there's not enough to justify the category.
Yeah, I agree. I agree entirely.
And here's the thing. I know that it's incredibly unlikely, but, they did say that, the under 18 set can submit in the other categories. And here's the thing, too. Back in the day, the younger category used to be 25 and under. And a 9, 10, or 11-year-old Cameron Grimes on Young and the Restless won it, beating out people in their 20s. So Kimberly McCullough on General Hospital won it as a small child, beating out people in their 20s. So it's possible.
Did Jonathan Jackson do the same thing?
I'm pretty sure, yes.
I think he did as well. And when it comes down to it, these are classic characters, classic actors who played classic characters who had meaty, juicy stories when they were kids.
Yep.
Thomas DeMira is not carrying the heft of a Cassadine-ridden storyline on Days of Our Lives, Yeah. And when it comes down to it, last year was I think a glaring example of how this category just doesn't really work anymore when you have Jocelyn Jacks versus Thomas DeMira. Like when it came down to it.
Yeah, I have a different opinion because of the things I just listed there.
Yeah, but I'm not
because
saying
of the
age.
examples I just listed there.
I'm not saying age. I'm talking about storyline.
Right, but Thomas had some good stuff because of his mother's death. You didn't see it.
I didn't see it.
You didn't see it.
Right, well, you guys weren't watching. Thomas had some really good stuff around his mother's death.
That's probably what his real was.
Right. So, there was stuff, and kids have won over adults. And the fact, it's crazy. I take big issue with people who have bashed her for winning that. Like it,
Boy?
Wasn't her choice to win it.
When they're bashing her win, they're insulting the other actors. Those kids who did both turn in good performances.
Right.
Yeah, whatever. And they were all eligible.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, so, it is what it is, but now it's gone. She wouldn't have been in that category anymore anyway. That was her last year in that category.
Regardless.
You know,
There
so
ain't no award to give out this year for it.
nope.
There isn't one.
I sure wish they'd let us know when the Emmys are.
They'll announce that in they'll announce it in a few weeks.
Yeah, so they put out a list. I don't have it with me, so I can't tell you what it is right now. But they put out a list of key dates, and the last key date was when they were going to announce who the nominees were, and it was in like April, I think.
Yes.
And so
But
I would imagine
they also had said that they were going to
after that.
announce. They said they were going to announce when it would be. I think in March was the last I heard.
Well, there we go. Only
Well, that's not very
left.
far away,
before, which I need to know when it's going to be because
me too.
I've got scheduling to do.
Right, and then and then we have to pretty much have to work under the assumption that we get to go.
Yes.
Book everything and leave the cancel button open.
Yeah.
Marcy Miller would be an amazing new Lulu recast. Melissa, save it for 12. Because at 11, right here live on this channel, we got Tanisha Harper from General Hospital going to be here live with us.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about GH and modeling and investigating things with the FBI.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
So that's going to be fun and exciting. So she plays Jordan Ashford on General Hospital. She'll be here at 11 a.m. live right here on this YouTube channel. So I guess we should get out of here now to clear room.
Yeah.
You know, we got to reset the room. We got to roll out the red carpet.
Gosh, it's already. Oh, I didn't realize it's already this late.
It's 10:15. So
yeah.
Excuse me. So let us get out of here, folks. Thanks for coming to class. But that's it. Class dismissed. That's all we're going to talk about this week with Days for Dummies. Join us next week live right here on this channel at this time to talk about Days of Our Lives. And we got all kinds of stuff happening next week. We saw a trailer and a preview already. There's going to be drama. There's going to be romance.
There's going to be a lot of drama this week.
You guys might be mama-less next Sunday for Days.
You're going to be mama-less next Sunday?
You guys might be mama catless.
All right. I don't have anybody to pass.
Just for Days.
No.
Just for Days. I got my grandkids here next week.
Oh yeah, she's got to make like little dinosaur pancakes and stuff.
9 o'clock's are early for when you got grandkids over. But 11 I could do, but 9's a little hard.
Yeah.
You got sleepover kiddos there.
Well, at least you let us know ahead of time so the teacher can know that you're not going to be here and it's not just cutting.
No,
yeah.
She's not going to give me my assignment early where I can.
No, you're going to have to make up those points in other ways.
No, you're still responsible for homework.
You're going to have to make up those points in other ways.
Yeah.
When did you come see me in my lecture hours?
Is let's find something. Let's find something for Everett to do that's more compelling than what's happening right now.
Is that what your homework is?
Why not?
That's your homework?
Yeah.
Okay. You take that. Yeah, I expect a 5-paragraph essay with a thesis statement. That's it, folks. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Join us next week live right here on YouTube. Join us at 11 here again as well to talk to Tanisha Harper. And then after that, we'll have a regular 10th Floor podcast. We'll talk about some General Hospital because Spencer is dead. All right, everybody, that's it. We'll catch you later. I've been Matt.
I've been Kat.
And I've been Angela.